Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So obviously from the title of this video you can tell this is going to be a one brand tutorial. So I made a pretty decent size order from Milani, so we are going to be trying out a couple of their new products. So the first thing that we're going to be using is the Prep and Brighten Rose face oil that just came out with. They apparently have two. One is more of like a moisturizing type of oil. This is more of a prepping before makeup application. Honestly, the first thing that really caught my eye was the packaging of this. It's obviously like, you know, that pink rose gold type of color. Kind of twist it up, press the little presser up here, and you have a decent amount of product. So I'm just going to put this on. Oh wow, this is like a lot. It smells really good. It definitely smells like roses, and it's definitely an oil. I'll say that. So if you're not into like having oils and stuff on your face, I don't think you would like this, but it's okay. I don't know if I would use it again. Now for primer, I'm going into the Prime Shield. This is the mattifying primer. It's like that silicone type of primer. Now, considering the fact that I first went in with an oil and then went in with a mattifying primer, you would really be able to see whether or not it's mattifying, and I personally think that it's not. I think I have better primers that would actually mattify my skin much better. Now moving on to foundation, I got the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. This is the 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. The shade that I got was 0910. I'm going to pump a little bit out on my Morphe sponge, hoping that this matches me because I ordered it online. I think that's a good color, right? You can definitely tell this is more of a medium coverage foundation, but they did say medium to full coverage, so I'm going to use another pump and see if I can build this up. I will say the coverage is really nice, and it does blend and build really nicely. It's just, if you are not into like a dewy foundation, you may not like this. I'm moving on to concealer, and I'm using my Tarte Shade Tape. This is in the color Tan Sand. I didn't get a concealer from them because nothing really gravitated towards me. So my concealer blends out really nicely on top of this foundation, so that's good. So my under eyes, I'm going to go in with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. So the rest of my face, I'm going in with the Milani Multitasker Face Powder. This is in the color Tan as well. I used to use this powder so much when we first started the channel, so I already know that I love this powder. So for bronzer, I actually don't have anything from Milani. I'm just going to go in with my Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm Cosmetics with my little Japanese brush. For blush, no surprise here, I'm going in with my Milani powder blush. This is in the color Romantic Rose. This is actually one of my top holy grail blushes that I always repurchase. For highlight, I actually have two new things. So the first thing is their Stellar Lights highlighting palette. This is in the shade 03 Rose Glow. And I actually picked up their highlighting brush. When I saw it, it reminded me so much of the Anastasia highlighting brush that everyone uses. A little bit more flat than their brush. But I'm going to go into the middle shade here. Wow. That is pretty. Oh my god, I love these highlights. I will say that this is the only shade that I'll probably never use because it is a little too dark for my skin tone. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the white shade, just take a little bit more. And I'm just going to put this just on the very center of that highlight just to make it pop a little bit more. So face is done. I'm really liking the way that everything is looking right now. So I did do the other eye off camera like I normally do. There's a little bit of glitter there, as you guys see. For eyes, I got the new Milani palette that they came out with at the Most Loved Mattes palette. They do have another one that has a mixture of shimmer and mattes, but I figured I have so many shimmers that look exactly like that, and I don't have a palette that's just mattes. So I wanted to do something a little bit differently, so therefore I got the matte palette. The first thing that I'm going to do is take this white bone shadow, and I'm going to use that to buff out the creasing that I have going on my lid, as well as just set everything. This is really pigmented. Taking a big fluffy brush, I'm going into this as my transition shade. A lot of product that goes on your brush, so it is super pigmented. Of course, placing this shadow in the upper crease area. I'm going to take a different blending brush and go into the orange shade here. And of course, just blending it a little bit lower. Now, as you guys can see, I have a ton of shadow on my actual lid, but honestly, it doesn't even matter because we are going to be taking concealer and cutting the crease out, so you don't have to be too careful. Now, using a little bit of a smaller brush, I'm going to go into this purple shadow. I'm going to take this shadow, put it in the outer V, and blend it up into the upper crease area. I'm picking up a little bit more of that orange shade and just very lightly buff out those edges. I really want to deepen up that outer corner a little bit more, so I'm taking an even smaller blending brush, and I'm going to take this shade right here. And of course, blending it out on the outer corners and then winging it out. Another brush here, just buffing out those edges. So I'm going to quickly cut out the crease using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer in the color Medium Tawny. I'm going to be doing a half cut crease. So I'm going to take a flat shader brush, and I'm going to be mixing these two shades and just pressing this in. Then I'm going to take the purple shade, and I'm just going to tap that into that little line that you see here, just to get rid of that harsh line. Now for the glitter in that upper crease area, I'm taking my Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in the color Midnight Cowboy. And I'm just going to follow the same line of that cut crease and just place the glitter a little bit above it. For my lower lash line, I'm taking back that dark purple shade. Going in with this orange shade, I'm going to blend out that lower lash line even more. For my brow and inner corner highlight, I'm going back into the highlighting palette, and I'm going to be mixing these two shades. So I'm not going to be doing a wing liner for this look, but for the purpose of hiding my lash band, I'm just going to put a straight line across my... For my waterline, I'm going to be taking a nude liner. If you have like a white liner, whatever you have at home, you could totally use that. So I'm going to go off camera, put on some mascara and lashes. And for lashes, I'm going to be going in with some Kiss lashes. This is in the style Teddy. And for mascara, I'm going in with my Monsuire Big Mascara from Lancome. So lashes and mascara are on. I only have 2 more products to go through. I'm going to first move on to lips. So I got one of their lip glosses. This is their Amore Shine Liquid Lip Color. The color that I got is in the shade 11 Charming. The doe foot applicator of this is a little bit different. I don't know if you guys can see. It has a little bit of like a C-shaped curve, which I don't really like, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So I actually do like the lip gloss. It has a little bit of like a tingling minty sensation on your lips. I don't know if that's supposed to make your lips feel a little bit bigger, but for me personally it doesn't feel bigger, but the gloss is really nice. Now what I am going to do is take a darker lip liner. This is the Wet n Wild Gone Burgundy lip liner, my new favorite lip liner that I can't put down, and I'm just going to put this on the outer perimeters of my lip just to make it look a little bit more fuller. And then lastly, to set everything, I'm going in with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. Absolutely love the setting spray. The mist of this is so nice and it smells so good. This is the end of the video, guys. There are definitely some products that I absolutely love, and there were some products that I probably wouldn't use again just because of my own preference. So for example, the highlighting palette I absolutely love. The brush I love. The matte eyeshadow palette is really nice, but on the other hand, the foundation, the oil, and the primer wasn't really my favorite. The oil, I don't really like oil just because of my preference. The primer, I have so many other primers that mattify and fill in my pores so much better than that, so I probably won't use that again. The foundation was nice, but it was just a little too dewy for my personal liking. The lip gloss, I will say, I absolutely love. I love the color. Put a dark lip liner on the perimeters of your lip. It just makes your lip look a little bit more fuller, a little bit more juicier. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and also please subscribe if you haven't already.